I kid you not, as soon as I started setting up the lights, the siren started and then the dog went to go bark at the door. I got a lot of videos to film today. I'm gonna look like this in multiple videos in weeks to come. So hi, this is me. I'm Mini Stitches. I like dolls. If you're new here, which you're probably not because nobody new ever watches, I've got a very interesting video today. I think it's very interesting. So I'm scrolling through Instagram as you do, and an ad pops up and I'm like, oh, what's this? So I click on it. It takes me to this website, Olympia Doll Collection, okay? Look at these girls. And I'm like, what is this? I've never heard of it before. I've never seen it before. So I start going through the website, and these are Olympia dolls, and Story Collection brings ancient myths to life through powerful goddesses and their unforgettable stories. Each doll reveals unique strength, heroic deeds, and timeless powers of legendary figures who were honored and admired in their time and continue to inspire today. Okay, so fun, interesting concept for a doll line. These are marketed towards children, and I feel like they kind of have like an American Girl vibe. They come with like reading material and stuff, but the thing that I like about them are that they're at 1/6 scale. These would have been appealing to me in my youth. First of all, the faces are gorgeous. Second of all, the hair is gorgeous. Third of all, the clothes look very high quality and very interesting. Even like the simplest one, like the Artemis, who I think is actually my favorite, like it looks like quality, right? They come with like an animal, they come with accessories, amazing. But then it gets better because this doll line for children is also encouraging you to like work with the doll to create your own story, which we know dolls and storytelling are like one of my favorite things to do. So I think this is like a really interesting concept for a doll. Okay, these are made by a company called Oz Creations LLC. It's female owned, very obviously, because females are fire, and their mission is to bring these dolls and their captivating story to inspire confidence, imagination, and empowerment in the next generation of girls. Love it so much. I just think this is such a great idea. We're gonna go through each of the 3 dolls one by one and just like talk about them. I'd love to own one of these dolls, honestly, but now is not the time for me, as we all know. So I'll probably get one and review it in the future. I feel like the only problem with these dolls is the price point. $62.99 for a children's toy seems kind of high, and I know it looks super high quality. It's very, very pretty. It comes with all the reading material and stuff, which I feel like is a nice addition. And so it's also like got an educational aspect to it, but it just feels a little on the expensive side for like a parent to want to buy for their child. As a collector though, of like pretty faces and unique dolls, I would pay $62.99 for this. They also have a 15% off discount as a welcome discount. So if you want your doll, you can get it for a little bit cheaper. And I saw an age range. Like it was a wide age range. I think it was like whatever, like 6 to 12. Of course you can go higher than that. You can always go higher. I'm 37 and I love this. This is conceptually for me. And I know like as the kid that I was, if I saw this, I would have been begging my mother for it. Would she have bought it for me? Probably not, because it cost $62.99. It would have been something that I wanted. Oh my God. I'm having like an MCAS flare-up, I guess. I've been covered in hives for days. I went to PT and we found out that my butt was like super strong, but unfortunately my hip flexors and my abductors still don't work, and I like can't walk because I blew out my abductors. So that's where I'm at in my life right now. Let's talk about Athena. Here she is. She looks stunning and gorgeous, okay? I know as a child this would have been a doll I would have begged my mother for. I know it. Like probably in the older child range, like 11, 12, 13, that area. That's kind of when I was more interested in dolls because I like to use them for storytelling, which is exactly what these dolls are encouraging, okay? This bitch covered in armor. Stunning. She's kind of like action figure presenting, which I feel like is really interesting in a doll that's marketed towards girls, you know, that she's a little bit more badass, but she like looks super strong. The body is stunning. The face is gorgeous. It looks kind of modern. I feel like these women probably wouldn't look like that, but we are marketing in a modern market, so I get it. And then she has this little owl companion. Oh, she comes with weapons, like fire, okay? So what it says here about her: Athena, goddess of wisdom, war, and invention. Athena is admired for her sharp intellect, creative genius, and protective spirit. From building cities to guiding heroes, her story celebrates innovation, leadership, and the transformative power of knowledge. fire. Okay, what she teaches: critical thinking, courage, STEM curiosity, and smart problem solving. These are all things we should be encouraging, especially the smart problem solving aspect of that, okay? Each set includes one 12-inch posable Athena doll, so she is a little bit bigger than a Barbie. Accessories include spear and shield, illustrated 4-page story card, that's what I was talking about. Comes with reading material, symbolic animal companion, the owl, 2 binder rings for collecting story pages. So I guess you can collect the story pages for the dolls. That's super interesting. Girls can explore Athena's legendary story and discover her unique powers, heroic deeds, and her beautifully illustrated story card. And then they can add their own adventures with our create your own story templates. So you can download these templates off the website, and then you can continue on the story with you and your Athena doll, like, you know, having adventures together or whatever. This concept is absolute fire, like, absolutely, I'm obsessed with it. You can create your own little book with this thing, I mean, come on. But we have my favorite coming up next, who is Artemis. She's in the simplest outfit, but the quality of it still looks really good. I love her dog companion, I love her bow and arrow. Those are the things that really draw me to her. I also think that she has brown eyes, which obviously draws me directly to her. Ooh, her hair is pretty too. And she is also like nature-based. I don't know why, but I'm always attracted to that, even though I'm allergic to the entire outdoors. So let's read a little bit about Artemis. Artemis, goddess of the moon, the hunt, and the woods. She's also goddess Diana, which I have a BJD that's sort of inspired by, so yeah, there's a connection for me. Artemis stands for fierce independence, athletic strength, and fearless bravery. As the protector of girls, animals, and nature, she inspires those who love the outdoors, who compete with confidence, and who stand strong in their beliefs. She's for me. What she teaches: determination, boldness, self-reliance, and respect for all living things. Yes, yes. And then her set includes the doll, 12-inch posable, accessories, bow, arrow, quiver, fire, illustrated 4-page story card, symbolic animal, dog, and your binder rings. And of course, you can continue on your own story with Artemis with their story template. What was I gonna say? It just goes. It just leaves. So I think in future this is the one I'm gonna pick up. So if you have any interest in her, stay tuned, it could be a while. Her outfit's very simple. It's like made out of a faux suede material, which looks really nice. It doesn't look like the kind that's gonna fall apart either. She's got a lot of little suede details on her, I love that. The boots are so stunning. They're like gladiator sandals, they're stunning. And I love the animals because they don't look super cartoony. And that's the other thing I like about the dolls. I feel like they all kind of look like Linda Carter, but they're not super cartoony, which I really like. And I love that their bodies are like thick. You know what I mean? They're not like your typical fashion doll. Let's see the last one. She is gorge, and it makes sense that they would add sort of a more feminine presenting one in the lineup because there's of course the girl that's gonna want the more feminine presenting one. She's definitely not my favorite because of that, personally. Like, I would rather have the sort of more like badass masculine presenting ones, but we've got Venus here, goddess of love and beauty. A little vain for me. Venus embodies love, compassion, and creativity. While often celebrated for her beauty, her true strength came from kindness, self-confidence, and the ability to inspire others through arts and emotional expression. They spin it. Good. What she teaches: self-worth, which is important, to be fair, empathy, love that. We all need a little bit more of that in our lives, creativity, and artistic expression. I mean, they've spun this in a wonderful way. What she comes with the doll. Her accessories are a necklace and bracelets, which I think is kind of the lamest ones, honestly. Her story card, obviously, her symbolic animal, which is a swan, and her binder rings, so you can create your own story. And let's take a closer look at her. She is obviously the most feminine presenting. She's got the blonde hair and the blue eyes, this beautiful dress that honestly looks fire. It looks like the top is lined, like fully. It's darted. It's got this cool belt detail, and then it's got tons of pleats, and it uses tons of fabric to make it. I mean, when I'm saying $62.99 is expensive, I'm not saying that because the dolls aren't worth $62.99. It just feels like a high price point to pay for a doll for a child. That's all I'm saying, which I guess if you're buying them for older children, it kind of makes sense. But if they're younger, I don't know. And I wonder what this hair is made out of, and I think the dolls only have 5 points of articulation, so however they come, that's how they are. So there's like the one that's like this, she's like that forever. And the one with 2 arms bent, she's like that forever. I wish they put some sort of articulation into them. But again, I feel like that's an issue of cost, right? Honestly, I'd love to see every single one of these in person. Her face is really pretty in this photo of her in the box. Yeah, I'd really love to get my hands on one of these, is what I'm saying. Because I love them conceptually. They do have an Instagram because that's how I found them. Olympia Doll brand has 146 followers. Nobody knows about them. A couple doll friends follow them here. There's one girl who knows everything about dolls. She's a BJD collector though. It looks like they're out promoting these dolls in some toy stores, which is nice. They might sell them in like, you know, niche toy stores, which would be cool. They just look so good. Look at the sculpting on the freaking knees, dude. What? All right, well, needless to say, I have a new obsession. And I really just like needed to discuss it because I feel like this concept is so unique and interesting for like a girl's toy. And even though the price point is a little high, in my mind it's sort of like worth it. I don't know that I'd buy my like small child this though. Like if my child were like 10, 11, 12 and responsible, because like my mom did end up buying me an American Girl doll, I even destroyed it because I was a kid, right? It's the price point for me that makes me go, is this suitable for children? But the concept of it is fire. So let me know in the comment section down below, have you seen these at all around Instagram? I feel like sometimes the algorithm just like really gets me. And this is clearly for me. Telling stories with dolls is made for me. How did they do that? That's kind of scary, but also kind of fire because it's always nice to find something that you relate to and think is conceptually the coolest thing ever. Here's a photo of the dolls and it has a little tagline on it. I want to talk about this. Every girl carries the spark of something extraordinary. Meet the goddess who will help you find yours. Love that. It's inspiring. But then there's this comment on this post. If you have a daughter, don't look anywhere else for a Christmas gift. Being a proud father of 3 strong, successful daughters, I know it's important for them to grow up with confidence and strength. These dolls are all about that. So that's like obviously like a dad of the modern world who wants to buy these dolls for his child because of what they represent, which I agree. So that's gonna be it for today. I just really needed to toppy? Am I okay? So that's gonna be it for me today. I really just needed to talk about Olympia Doll Collection. Like I just needed to. I needed to talk about it because I just find this so fascinating. And I definitely want to know your opinions in the comment section down below. I'm specifically interested if you're like a parent. Would you buy this $62.99 doll for your child? Also, as an adult collector, do these dolls appeal to you like they do to me? I feel like this was kind of like made for me aesthetically and also like conceptually. So I will definitely be purchasing one of these in the future, probably Artemis. So definitely subscribe and hit the little notification bell if you don't want to miss that. Also, if you think this doll brand is as cool as I do, make sure you like and comment on the video so we can get it out to more people. I don't want this to flop. I want it to be a success. So thank you so much for coming and thank you so much for helping. I hope that you have a wonderful time. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Goodbye. Also, this isn't sponsored or affiliated with these people. I just saw this and really liked it.